So let us discuss carbohydrates. What and all you know about carbohydrates? Carbohydrates, if we say carbohydrates are the hydrates of carbon. They are the hydrates of carbon. Okay, carbohydrates are the hydrates of carbon. That would be the first point. Okay, now we can say two type of sugars are there. One we can say that is aldose sugar. One is aldose sugar, aldose sugar. Second one is ketose sugar. Second one is ketose sugar. Aldose sugar and ketose sugar. So aldose sugar we can also called as polyhydroxy, polyhydroxy, polyhydroxy aldehyde, aldehyde. And ketose sugar we can say polyhydroxy, polyhydroxy ketone. Why it is called ketone? Because C double bond O that is attached to the carbohydrate. Okay, then here aldehyde means the additional group will be aldehyde, that is CHO. Okay, so if aldehyde is present, then it is aldose sugar. If ketone is present, it is ketose sugar. So minimum number of carbon, minimum number of carbon in any carbohydrate, in any carbohydrate will be 3. Okay, now if it is 3, the minimum number of carbon number in the carbohydrate is 3. So we can draw 3 carbons first. Okay, if the CHO or the aldehyde, say about the aldehyde aldehyde, the additional group CHO, the aldehyde always attached to the terminal part, okay, attached to terminal part of the carbohydrate. Okay, so if it is 3, if it is 3 carbon, okay, if it is 3 carbon, I already told you at the terminal, so this one will be 1, second carbon, third carbon. So at the terminal position, aldehyde will be added. So CHO. Then now valency is clear. Here to balance the valency, we are adding 2 hydrogen. Sorry, 1 OH, H, OH, H. Then here also 1 H. Okay, so here we already told that polyhydroxy aldehyde, right? So aldehyde will be CHO. Hydroxy group means OH group. Hydroxy means a OH group. And poly means more. More OH and the one aldehyde group. Here poly means more. Hydroxy means OH. Ketone means C double bond O. Okay. So first we are making the polyhydroxyaldehyde. So in the case of polyhydroxyaldehyde, we already drawn 3 carbons. So this one is the first one, second one, third one. I already told you at the terminal position only the aldehyde will be added. So C double bond O H and a hydroxyl group OH OH. To make up the valency, hydrogen, here also hydrogen, here also hydrogen. Okay, so this one is polyhydroxy aldehyde. Now let us draw the polyhydroxy ketone. So always the ketone is added to the intermediate carbon. Okay, so intermediate in these three minimum, I already told you minimum 3 carbon. If it is minimum 3 carbon, the intermediate always will be, ketone group will be in the intermediate carbon. So 1, 2, 3. The second carbon, the ketone will be attached. And here we can balance the H, OH, H. Here OH, H and H. Okay. So this one is polyhydroxy ketone. So ketone always attached to the intermediate. Ketone group always attached to the intermediate. Okay, so that is polyhydroxy ketone. Now the carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are called saccharides. Carbohydrates are called saccharides. Right? They are called saccharides. So carbohydrates are called as the saccharides. Okay. So first one is based on the number of sugar. There are 3 types: monosaccharides, then oligosaccharides, and the third one will be we can write polysaccharides. So monosaccharides means one sugar. Oligosaccharide means few sugars. Few sugars means 2 to 9. It can be 2 to 9. Polysaccharides means many sugar. That is more than 10. More than 10 sugars will be present. Okay. Now, in the case of monosaccharide, carbon number will be, if you draw one sugar, pentose sugar. Let us draw the pentose sugar. Which one is a pentose sugar? Ribose. Ribose is a pentose sugar, right? So here, how many carbons? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, 5 carbons. So ribose is an example for ribose, which is a pentose sugar, is an example for monosaccharide. So only one sugar is present. So based on the carbon number, minimum always it will be 3, right? So C3 to C7 number of carbons will be present in the monosaccharide. So if it is 3 carbon, that sugar is known to be triose sugar. How many carbon will be there? 3 carbon, right? Then tetrose sugar. Tetrose sugar means how many carbon? C4. Then pentose sugar. Pentose sugar. How many carbon will be there? C5. Then hexose sugar. Hexose sugar means how many carbon? C6. 6 carbon, right? So one example we can note down, that is ribose. Then oligosaccharide means few sugars are present. Few sugars are present, right? 2 to 9 sugars can be present. So if 2 sugars are present, that is known to be disaccharides. If 2 sugars are present, it is disaccharide. If 3 sugars are present, that is trisaccharide. If 4 sugars are present, it will be tetrasaccharide. Tetrasaccharide 4. Then if it is 5 sugars are present, pentosaccharide. Okay. Then polysaccharide means many. Polysaccharide means many sugars will be present. Then the carbohydrates can be exist in based on the structure. So here we can write carbohydrate. So they exist in straight chain. Okay, they exist in straight chain. Also ring form. Also in ring form. They exist in these two forms, straight chain and ring form. So ring form, it can be two types, that is pyranose and furanose. So pyranose means within the ring, how many carbon will be present? 5 carbon will be present. Furanose means within the ring, how many will be present? 4 carbon will be present. So in pyrose, that means P pentose, that 5 carbon is present. Furanose 4, that is 4 carbon is present. Okay. So let us draw a pyranose first. So for the pyranose, oxygen will be here. So this one will be the first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon. Okay. So 5 carbon inside and 6th carbon will be outside. And in the case of furanose, 4 carbon will be present inside the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 will be outside. 5. Okay. So within the ring 4 carbon, then it will be furanose ring. If within this ring 5 carbon is present, then pyranose ring. Okay. It will be pyranose ring. Now let us discuss one example. Monosaccharide. First we will discuss one monosaccharide. So monosaccharide, how many sugar? 1 sugar. If you take one example, glucose. What will be the formula? C6H12O 6, right? C6H12O6. So this glucose is an hexose sugar. Why it is hexose sugar? Because 6 carbon is present. Okay. Then another point you need to remember when you draw this structure, in the third carbon, H is on right side. H is on right side. Okay, H is on right side. So let us draw the structure. How many carbon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, 6 carbon. Then third position, H is on right side. Third position, H is on right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in this, H is on right side. Others all has OH, 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 then OH, and then one of the thing you need to remember about the glucose, that is it is polyhydroxyaldehyde. It is a polyhydroxyaldehyde. So which functional group will be added? Aldehyde. Aldehyde will be added to the terminal position. Here all OH. In the third position only a slight change. In others all same. Okay, so this is the straight chain structure of, so this one is straight chain structure of glucose. Now what happens here is that to make a ring structure, second last, always in any saccharide you take, the second last, from last to the second, okay, from last to the second carbon, last to the second carbon. So this last to the second carbon will make a bond with the first carbon. Okay, it will make a bond with the first carbon. So what happens, this OH also will moves to here. So OH also moves to here. So OH moves here. That means if OH moves here, there won't be any double bond. Only a single bond will be there. Then OH will be bounded to here. Okay, OH. Clear? Now, how the structure will be. So let us check how many carbons are present inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbon is present inside the ring. Only 1 is remaining in the outside. So which type of ring it will be? It will be pyranose ring. Pyranose ring. So in the first carbon, oxygen is present. So first let us oxygen, then the first carbon, then second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon. Okay. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, then sixth carbon. So H, OH, H, OH. In the third position, OH, H. Here H, OH, and here CH2OH, CH2OH and H. This one CH2OH and OH. Sorry, H, CH2OH and H. Okay. Now, so this one is pyranose ring. So this can be stated as alpha structure or beta form. So this one is alpha glucose. This one is alpha glucose. Why it is alpha glucose? Because in alpha glucose, always see the functional group carbon, the OH below, in OH below. Okay. So here OH is below. Then it will be alpha glucose. If in the case of ribose sugar, in the case of nucleic acid, it will be beta sugar, because it will be like this. OH will be present here and H will be like this. This structure we can call it as beta sugar. Beta sugar. Beta sugar. And how we will call it as alpha sugar? We call it as alpha sugar when OH will be lower side. OH will be present in the lower side. Okay. SHOH. So this one is alpha glucose. So let us discuss on another example for this monosaccharide. Second one, ribose. So ribose is also a pentose sugar. It is a pentose sugar. It is a pentose sugar. Also it is a polyhydroxy aldehyde. So which functional group? Aldehyde. And here all OH is on right side. All OH is on right side. In the case of glucose, in the third position, there's a slight change. In the case of ribose, everything is on right side. So how pentose sugar? It is a pentose sugar. So how many carbon? 5 carbon. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. So in the fifth 5 carbons, the aldehyde group will be present in the terminal side. So first we will draw the aldehyde. Then all OH will be on right side. So OH, 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 OH. Now to balance this carbon, hydrogen is added. Hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. Now this one is the straight chain structure, right? So how it is becoming a ring? That is always the last to the second. This carbon will make a bond with the first carbon. So what and all the changes will be? The double bond will be disappeared. It will be O. Then an OH will be added from here, right? Okay. So how many carbon inside? Number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 is outside. So if 4 carbon inside means which type of ring? Furanose ring. Which type of ring? Furanose ring. So how to draw a furanose ring? Oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And the fifth carbon will be CH2 OH H, and all are present in the right side. Right side. H, OH, H, OH, H, OH. So is this an alpha ribose? Is this an alpha ribose? Yes, it is an alpha ribose because OH is present lower side. So it is an alpha ribose. Okay. So that is the structure of monosaccharide. Now oligosaccharide example we can write for the oligosaccharide. We can write example as oligosaccharide example we can write maltose, maltose, lactose, maltose, lactose, sucrose. These are example for oligosaccharides. Okay. So in the case of maltose, let us discuss the maltose structure. For maltose structure, 2 alpha glucose is joined together. Maltose means 2 alpha glucose. Lactose means 1 beta glucose, 1 beta glucose plus 1 beta galactose. 1 beta galactose is joined together. Then sucrose. Here sucrose means alpha glucose plus beta fructose. And here the bond between two sugar. So here oligosaccharides means oligosaccharide means 2 to 9 sugars, right? 2 to 9 sugars. So one sugar attached with the second sugar by which bond? That bond name is glycosidic linkage. For the glycosidic linkage also, one water molecule will be released. One water molecule will be released. So how? Let us discuss. So first we are taking the example of maltose. So maltose means 2 alpha glucose. It is 2 alpha glucose. So we know how to draw the alpha glucose structure. That is oxygen, first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon, and the sixth carbon. Okay, here HOH, HOH, OH, H, HCH2OH, HOH. This one is alpha glucose. Like this, and another alpha glucose will be present, right? So one oxygen, first carbon, second carbon, third, fourth, fifth, and the sixth. CH2OH, H, OH, H, HOH, HOH, HOH. Okay. So here one oxygen, sorry, one from here OH and one H will be removed. OH and one H will be removed like this. So this bond we can draw like this. Okay. So this bond is known as the glycosidic bond. Bond between two sugar is glycosidic linkage. Okay, so this is a structure for maltose. Okay, clear? So these are the notes for the sugar carbohydrates. Okay, thank you.